Hello and welcome back. We had another patch late last night to the PTU which fixed a lot of the bugs that were going on. The door's now closed in this extra room. The missing assets ships in the hangar are now back, so you can see the Merlin is now back in my constellation. The Hornet is also back over here. We've also got the Gladiator back. The Aurora's back in the room down here, and so all of the missing assets are now back. Yeah. And also the big thing here is the multiplayer maps are back, so you can actually we can start earning some rec. There are a couple of things in the patch notes that did update between the two patches. The one that I definitely did notice is they've added a new South by Southwest paint skin for the Aurora. It's not available in the store. It's not in the PTU hangars for everybody by default. You can't pick it up in the PTU store to look at it, but I guess that's been added into patch ready for the South by Southwest event next week. I didn't go over and compare all of the patch notes. I mean, I've got the patch notes to we had yesterday in the video that I released last night, and when I was looking at it, looking at the first one, right in the very first section, you see the Aurora skin being added. But other than that, we've had confirmation from SIG that the Retaliator will not be put in the PTU, and it's going to be added into the build when the build is live. So the PTU is not going to get the tally, even though we know it's coming in 1.1. The patch notes did state that it's not loaded in the hangar. I mean, that's on purpose. They're probably not wanting to kind of spoil it and let anyone see it before anyone else, if you know what I mean. They want everyone to just experience it when it goes live. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to jump back into the drone sim and just try the assisted flying again. I'm going to try to do the assisted flying as it's intended. And let's see if that works. Then we'll try to jump into some multiplayer gaming and just see if we how the rec runs. Swarm is still broken. In Swarm at the moment, let's just say you don't get ships waving, spawning for the Vandal. Instead of Vandal ships spawning, you just get pilots appear, and obviously you can't really target them or do anything with them. And that's still broken. That's been broken since the first patch. But multiplayer games are still working, so hopefully we can get into a game of Battle Royale or some racing, and we can just see how much rec we earn for the two. But off to drone sim first. Okay, back in free flight in the Gladius. I'm going to try the assisted landing again. And then try the automatic landing and see if we can take off now. And also try a bit better the gun damage on the ship, because it does do damage, it just does not do... well, it doesn't do much, but if I just keep shooting the same point with a pistol before the ammunition runs out, you should see some damage. So, we turn on assisted mode. There we go. We'll come in slow. You notice when in assisted mode, if you drop between friendly targets with G, or it's not G, with Y, you can see we're changing which node we're looking at. I'll jump back to LZ1. Tells you how far you are from the target. I'm guessing the good thing here is if you just shift forward until you're like 0 meters or just 1 or 2 meters, you know you're in the center. So if you jump out here, you can see we're in the center. Now if I just strafe down, you hear the landing gear come out there. We got a landing complete message. See, I'm not sure what was happening yesterday. When I was strafing down yesterday above the target with that mode on, I was boasting forward. That didn't happen today, so I don't know if that was a bug or something they fixed, or. But let's just shoot up this ship a little bit. Let's try to find a part. Let's shoot the engines at the back. That's probably going to be the part that makes easiest to damage, I guess, right? Ah, little bullet hole. So you can see the damage where we're actually hitting it with a pistol, but obviously it's not doing enough damage to make permanent. Obviously, if you watch here, it is the bullet holes or the bullet marks just clean up themselves over time. So you know you can't wreck stuff with the pistol anymore. So the only way to really try to damage Days of the Gladius is to go into a proper multiplayer game, which we can. At the moment we can't do the swarm, which is the easiest way to test it. So I'm gonna take off. We're gonna try the automatic landing and just see if we can take off again, because that was broken yesterday. I mean, you can see how the textures for the guns are working now, and then we'll try some Broken Moon Battle Royale. Try some racing. See if we can get a game of each if possible. Okay, so what we're going to do now is try to use an automatic landing again. So N to target an LZ as we do here, and we'll come in relatively close to it, and then we'll hit the automatic landing, which is the middle mouse button while in assisted mode. There we go. So we slowly move the ship until it's in the little square. You hear the note, but it's not. I mean, yesterday when we was trying to do this, at this point it did it automatically took over and started landing for us. This time it's not, and I'm having to strafe down to do it. You know, to do it manually. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but you see that it, as I got close to the ground, it automatically tried to land, and it dropped down. So there's definitely a little bit of difference there from today and yesterday. I'm not sure why. Yesterday the automatic landing seemed to work a lot better, and the assisted landing wasn't. Today the assisted landing's working better, and the automatic landing is just, I don't know, it's not automatic. I mean, when I actually got over the top of it, you see it in the UI image of your ship at the top. It shows you the part you have to be when you're directly over the pad, and at that point, when we was doing it yesterday, as you was getting close into the pad, it took over and it moved forward for us, and then dropped down for us. But that time it didn't. I had to move forward myself, and as I started strafing downwards to get close, when I got relatively close, it took over and just dropped the gear and did it the rest of the way. So it's not quite automated. It's just automatic the last little bit. But what I wanted to test is to get back in it and see if we can take off again. So I'm going to try and take off, because this wasn't working yesterday. And then we'll try to jump in some multiplayer, see how much wreck we're earning.
Landing request. Landing complete. Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Landing complete.
Yep, we can take off again, although it did seem like when we took off, like as if the automatic mode was still on and it wanted to try to land again. That's not what we wanted. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to the hangar and we're going to try some multiplayer to see, just to see roughly. I'm not going to do too many. I'm just going to do try one race and one dogfight game, just to see what sort of wreck I earn for the position I come in. We're into a little bit of battle royale. The wreck is on the scoreboard, but it isn't calculating correctly. We're gonna just play a few minutes of this. I won't do any voiceover over the top, but if you look here,
all systems online. Scanning.
if you look here, I got 6,000 points so far. I've got no wreck on the system, but what we're gonna do is gonna go quiet until we finish up this match, and then we'll see what wreck we get at the end and compare it to our score.
Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Scanning. Warning. Systems overheating. Scanning. Target destroyed. Bogey. Scanning. 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 System Bogey. Proximity alert. Scanning. Shields charged. Bogey. Systems overheating. Warning. Starboard shields 25%. Alert. Shields down. Shields charged. Warning. Alert. Forward shields down. Shields charged. Alert. Forward shields down. Bogey. Weapon system.
Oh, well, weapons were all taken out, so there's nothing to do but respawn. I don't have missiles for some reason. I think sometimes when you log into the hangar, your loadout bugs, and it did on this, so when I logged into my hangar, I didn't have any missiles on my Hornet. But instead of that, instead of the missiles, it gave me 2 more badges. So I got 2 badges under the wings, and I got no Hornets. No missiles. And when your badges get taken out, or the guns get taken out, if you got no missiles, there's nothing to do but respawn.
Online. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. 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 Scanning. Bogey.
My weapons got taken out again, damn it!
Stand by for
That seems to be the big issue with a Hornet. As soon as you get hit by anything, your turret weapons disappear, and all you get is the stuff under the wings, which is kind of annoying. It's the first thing that fails is both your turrets fall off.
All systems online. Scanning. Scanning. Bogey. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning.
And same thing again, I get hit by a missile, and my turrets are taken out, so there's nothing I can do but eject, because that's my only friggin' guns, or my only good guns, is on my turret. And the turret gets taken out as soon as you get hit by a missile. That I didn't even get a. There wasn't even any warning to say there was an incoming missile. You just got hit by the missile.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Scanning. Scanning.
All right, 4 seconds left. Let's see how much wreck it says we got. Okay, 9,800 score and 1,800 wreck. And if you look at it, look, this person that's next has got 4,700 and 1,400 wreck. So it seems like the person that wins, it seems like the person that wins gets about a quarter of their score as wreck, and the other people get like a fifth of their score as wreck, if you know what I mean. So looking at those scores, I got about a quarter of the score that I made as wreck, back as wreck, and the person that was second got about a fifth of his score at wreck. So you get more. You get the percentage of wreck you seem to be earning in the battle royale is higher if you don't come first, which just seems a bit weird. I guess they're doing that so that, you know, as you get fall down the ranks a little bit, you don't get such a small amount. But the 1,400 or so I got there is enough to buy a shield, or almost enough to get a pamper. Okay, we're in an old Vanderbilt in an M50, trying to do a race. We'll give it a couple of minutes to see if someone joins in. They may do, they may not. It's very early in the day for me. I've been poorly the last few days, so when I normally play this, I normally have some regulars from my Twitch stream that I normally race a bunch with, but it's way early in the day. It's before lunch. I'm never up and about before lunch, but I got virtually no sleep because I kept coughing and waking myself up. But while it was loading, I was doing some calculating. I mean, I was in a Hornet and I got 9,800 points, and the wreck I got was about a fifth of my score. Darkstar was second, and he had a Gladius, and he got about a third of his score as back as wreck. I wonder if there's multipliers in there, you know, to do with like ships, etc. I guess it's to be confirmed, but what I'm kind of wondering, and this would be a good thing for sure, is if you know, the lesser ship you get as far as fighting capability, the bigger the percentage, you know. So I mean, I was in a Hornet, which is obviously supposed to be a Super Hornet, which is supposed to be the best fighting ship, you know, the best ship for dogfighting, and I got a fifth of my score. If you go fly an Aurora, which is not a great dogfighting ship, you may well get like half of your points back as score or something like that. That would make sense. It would also give people incentive to actually fly around in those lower ships. But I'm not expecting anyone to join. I mean, I tried a couple of races earlier on and no matches were found. I'll sit here for a few minutes, and if no one actually joins in, I'll just we'll just wrap up the video, and I'm gonna just get it rendered and take another nap. It doesn't look like anyone's joining, and there's no one on my friends list actually online that I can try to drag in just to try one race. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wrap up the video here, and just try and get it rendered out and uploaded. We've done a little bit of testing with a wreck, and I'll try to do a race later on just to see if we can get an idea of how much wreck you earn from one race, and I'll probably put something in the comments. There's a good chance it'll be something in the comments before, something added to the comment about how much wreck I own in a simple race of Old Vanderval before the video's rendered and uploaded, but we will see. Take care everyone, and I will see you guys in the next one. We'll have the tally video when the patch drops officially, which should hopefully be sometime in the week, I hope. Maybe by next Friday, but depending on how many bugs this are, depends on how long it's going to be on the PTU. Take care. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up over on Twitch, where you may be able to see me streaming this live or other stuff. Links in the comments below. Bye bye.